Meditation means uniting our soul with God. But how to do it? We are conscious entities, a drop of the ocean of all consciousness, with all attention, with all consciousness. And our soul is also, the outer expression of the soul is also called attention. So meditation means withdrawing your attention from all outside, also from the body below, bring it to the seat of the soul which is at the back of the eye, where the man dying, the soul withdraws from the body, then eyes are upturned here. And there when all attention is centralized, that you know you are not the body. Then your inner eye, your third eye, your single eye is open, and you can see the light of God. This is one expression of the God into expression power. If thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. You know, it is a process, just like a dying man, withdraw the attention from all outside, in which you can sit longer. Mind that there should be no tension in any part of the body. Sit quite relaxed but straight, quite opposite to the yoga postures. They sit quite with tension in the body. So first step is to sit in any pose most convenient to you, with no tension in any part of the body. Sit quite relaxed but straight. And once you adopt any pose, don't change, please. Be physically still. Further, you close your eyes, withdraw your attention from all outside, also withdraw your attention from all environments also where you are sitting. Or forget all outside and forget the environment in which you are sitting. Also don't pay any attention to what is going on in the body below the eyes. Fix your whole attention at the seat of the soul which is at the back of the eyes. That will give you some tension. To avoid that, when you close your eyes, you see vast expanse of darkness. Just look into the middle of the darkness lying in front of you opposite to your eyebrows, that area. Look intently, minutely penetrating to find out what is in there. This avoid any tension. Continue looking constantly without break into the middle of the darkness lying in front of you, that one. Fix your gaze. Along with it, have the sweet memories of God. Those who are initiated, they should repeat the names of God which are charged mentally, one by one, at intervals, not in quick succession. That will give only charging. You continue looking like that for a short period, say 15 to 20 minutes, the attention will be withdrawn from all outside and there will be centralized, and there you will find the darkness will be changed and light will spout forth. When sight, you see light, again look into the middle of the light in front of you, intently, minutely penetrating. That will grow bright and burst. Further way will be up. You will see sky. Sometimes sky comes up at the very outset. If it comes at the outset or later, put in whole attention to seeing into what is in there. You will find stars. If you find stars, then locate a big star out of that, about which all masters have referred. If you find that, put in whole attention into the middle of the big star. The result will be the star will open, you will cross it. Further you may find moon. If you find moon, again that very principle, look into the middle thereof, not the whole of it. That will grow by bright and burst into pieces. You will cross it like Prophet Muhammad crossed it. Further, you will find God appears in some form in which He is working. on whom its grace is descending, or in whom he is manifest. In any form comes up like that, don't visualize yourself or premeditate anything. Absorb your whole attention to him, so much so you forget yourself, you will develop receptivity, he will talk to you as one does outside. Here you will also hear this sound principle also. You follow please, now as I say, go on sitting, you see. Sit in any pose most convenient to you. Mind that there should be no tension in the body. When you adopt any pose, don't change please. Be physically still. Don't change please, don't change. Physically still. Close your eyes, forget the world outside for a while. Why are you changing? Why can't you sit still? Close your eyes, forget the world outside for a while. Also forget the environments in which you are sitting. So you see vast expanse of darkness in front of you. Your eyes of flesh and bones are closed, they don't work. There's some other eye which looks at darkness. That's the inner eye, third eye or single eye. So with the inner eye, don't look to the whole of the vast expanse of darkness in front of you, but just look into the middle thereof, opposite to your eyebrows, outside. Look intently, minutely penetrating into it to find out what is in there. Repeating the names mentally one by one at intervals, not in quick succession, so that the inner gaze is not disturbed. You continue looking like that for a short period, say 15 to 20 minutes, you'll find whole attention will be riveted there, and the darkness will descend, you'll find light coming up, sprouting forth. When you find any kind of light, just don't look to the whole of it, but just look into the middle of it. While repeating the names at intervals, mentally, one by one, so that the inner gaze is not disturbed. You continue for a short time, that light will grow bright and burst. That will give you sky. Sometimes sky comes out at the very outset. Whenever it comes, look into the middle of, intently into it, what is in there. You'll find stars. If you find stars, just locate the big star out of that. You find big star, then put in whole attention into the middle thereof. That will open, you'll cross it. Or the moon may come up, if it comes, just look into the middle thereof, intently, minutely, that will burst into pieces, and you will cross it as Prophet Muhammad did it. Or the God will appear in some form in which he is working. So, if you find such form, absorb your whole attention into him so much so that you forget yourself. You will develop receptivity. He will talk to you as one does outside. Then you may also hear this sound principle. Go on sitting until you ask to leave. You put in whole attention into him so much so you forget altogether yourself. You develop receptivity. He will speak to you as one does outside. Those who have seen ordinary white light or red light, just put in whole attention continuously, that will grow bright and burst. Those who have seen bright light, that will grow further bright and burst. Master form will come up after that. Those who have seen golden light, in that always master form comes up. Those who have seen sky, they must be out of stars. Those who have seen stars, they must be out of big star. And put in a whole attention to it, that will open, you'll cross it. Those who have seen moon, just look into it, that will burst in pieces, you'll cross it. Further, master form may come up. Those who have seen flashes of light, any kind, I am looking at you, my hand passes. The hand may pass up, but you should continue looking constantly without break. That flash will stay, and when that stays, you look into the middle of it, that will grow bright and burst. So this is, those who have not seen, maybe some of you. Again may repeat further information. During the day they may have another sitting of your own self. That is, sit in any pose most convenient to you, in which you can sit longer. There should be no tension in any part of the body. Once you sit, don't change, please. Let your posture be still. Close your eyes, don't think of the world outside. Also don't pay any attention to what is going on in the body below. Fix your whole attention into the middle of the darkness lying in front of you, opposite to your eyebrows. Look continuously, intently, minded to find out what is in there. Don't visualize anything, don't premeditate anything. Repeat the names mentally, one by one at intervals. You'll see that light will come up. When you find light, then look into the middle, that will grow bright and burst. Further, way will be up. You see Master form, love your whole attention to him, he'll speak to you as one does outside. This is for future guidance, please. Masters come from time to time. They simply address you, not as the label you are carrying, or Hindus, Mohammedan, Christians, or anybody. No, they say, oh man, oh soul. They address the soul or man. Tell them, look here, whom you have to meet, the way up leads only when you rise above body consciousness. Why are you stuck fast in the physical body frame? This is a prison house. How can you rise above it? That without your attention from all outside, and fix your gaze into the middle of darkness lying in front of you. That will give you a way further up, that will lead to light. Why are we stuck fast in man's body and the world outside? That is due to the fact that you have stuck friendship with the mind. Instead of having friendship with God, we are stuck friendship with mind, and mind is leading us away into the outward enjoyments through the outgoing faculties. So he says, you must leave the company of the mind. But the question remains, how? How can you leave the company of the mind? Of course, it is a fact. The mind takes strength from the soul, from you. Outgoing faculties also take strength from you. But how to break the friendship of the mind? Because then you go to some master who will tell you how to do it. You know what you are told to do now? It is the attention of the soul, outward expression of soul, which enables mind, outgoing faculties to work. They say, withdraw your attention from outside. When you withdraw your attention, outgoing faculties cannot work. So withdraw your attention and fix into the middle of the darkness lying in front of you. Concentrate your whole attention there. Then when that is whole attention there, the body will be numbed. You rise up, you'll see what is that. And there they give you a contact with the light of God and sound principle of God. This man body, you see, is only a temporary period given to you. Of course, it is a golden opportunity to enable you to rise above body consciousness, know yourself, open the single eye within you to see the light of God. After this body will be taken away from you, won't last long. They say one man gave certain paras, a stone, gave to some poor man, well, take you and make as much gold as you can. That is, there is a stone called paras. When it is contacted with iron or any metal, that turns it into gold. So he was very fortunate. Then he said he went out to the market and found iron, what is the rate of iron, how it is now being sold. So he came to know the iron has become dearer now. It was less, now more money is wanted for that. All right, let us wait, let the rate go down. Then another week he went, again the prices have risen high. Again he waited for another week. So like that 3-4 weeks he waited, and the price of the metal was going high and high. The time did come that the man who gave him that metal, that forest, he came and ordered, please return. It is months already. So this is an example to show that we are fortunate to have met with some master who has opened your inner eye to see the light of God. This is golden paras that unites you with God. But if you're dilly-dallying or only procrastinating, we'll do tomorrow, day after, let the occasion arise, let such and such circumstances be met with, then I will see to that. What it leads you? Procrastination is the thief of time. Time and tide waits for no man. And in meantime, time comes when you have to leave the body. So body is not always with you, that will be taken away. So you have to make the best use of it. While in the body, what it is that keeps you controlled in the body in the outside world, that is, mind is under the control of outgoing faculties. The more it works through the eyes, to the ears, to the nose, to the mouth and the skin. So always you are something attached here, somewhat there, so result is something attaching, something just that is taken away from you, you feel no bliss whatsoever. So there's a way up, and that to open the 10th door at the back of the eyes, which the Master tells you how to do it, how to open the single eye within you to see the light of God. Then you will enjoy, you'll find the way back to God, which leads to light. That is why all Masters say, well, take heed that the light within you is not darkness. The Master tells us, well, have belief in the words of the Master, because he has seen, he can give you some demonstration to see there is light within you. Before coming to your Master, you are not very definitely sure whether there is light within or not. We are practically, as in the terminology of the saints, called blind. When he gives us a sitting, we get some light, some more, others less, as you had just now. About 33 saw Master's form, 46 saw strong sunlight, 96 saw ordinary red light or purple light, 43 saw strong moon, 108 saw ordinary white light, and 116 saw golden light or pale light. 101 saw sky, 115 saw stars, 20 of you saw big star, 2 crossed it, and 20 of you saw moon, and 2 crossed it. So this is the most important subject which we have ignored so far. We have given food to the body outside, to the intellect also. We have become physically and intellectually strong, developed like anything. But what does it profit a man if he gains the possessions of the whole world and loses one's own soul? And this man body is a golden opportunity you have been offered to make the best use of it. And what is that? To withdraw your attention from all outside and the body below and know yourself who you are, what you are, which is that power which is controlling you in the body, which is pervading all creation. So man body is a golden opportunity you can do with the proper guidance of some master or someone whom grace of God is descending. So this is the true water of life, by having which all thirsts of any kind are satisfied. This is the bread of life, which is the food of the soul. Soul is conscious, and the bread of the soul is come in contact with God, who is conscious of all light. So make it a point, those who have been put on the way, they should not delay. You see, do not put off till tomorrow what you can do today. And develop from day to day, regular practice by regular practice, before it is too late, and we have to also leave the body. You know, in the life of Lord Krishna, it is said he plunged into the river Jamna. Underneath he found a hydra-headed cobra, hydra-headed. So while playing on flute, he controlled the cobra. This is a metaphorical speech. How this mind is the hydra-headed snake within you. There are hundreds of ways to keep you away from God and from the truth, from the Master. You can control it only when you come in contact with the light and the music of the spheres within you. So, what it is that brings us into the world again and again, these are the outward enjoyments. So when you get a higher bliss, then naturally you won't come back. You will go where you are, get more bliss and more joy. So now the question is how to come out of this delusion. As I submitted before, our soul is under control of mind, mind is the control of the outgoing faculties, and outgoing faculties are attracted like anything by outward enjoyments. We are identified with the body and outgoing faculties and the outer world so much so that we have forgotten ourselves. We cannot discriminate. So masters, what they do? They advise us to come to a master who will give you a demonstration of that. So all masters in the East and West express the same thing by giving out the same solution in their own ways. Christ came up. He gave out, except ye be reborn, you cannot enter the kingdom of God. Nicodemus, who was the Jewish head, great learned man, he came up to Christ and said, we are old men, how can we re-enter the womb of the mother and be reborn? And the Christ told them, well, look here, you are a learned man, you command respect from everybody. Don't you know that flesh is born of the flesh and spirit of the spirit? Then he said, you must be reborn. To reborn means one birth in this man body, the other into the beyond. So India also, this old rishis had the same thing. You must be twice born. One birth in this body and one into the beyond. So this custom was there in the old days. 5 years, 7 years, 9 years old children were made twice born. And they were given Gayatri Mantra. Gayatri Mantra means rise above body, accept the rays of the sun coming to you, rise up into sun and become identified with the sun. O God, direct our attention to that. This is a prayer. So children 5 years, 7 years, 9 years old were made twice born. This Gayatri Mantra was given to them. Along with that, they gave him the demonstration to see the light of God within, sun. Now the same custom prevails amongst Hindus. But for want of practical people, they give the same mantra but no demonstration. Further, you see, all Master says, death is awaiting each one of us. There is no escape from death. Whether old or young, or learned or unlearned, that's the door of the death through which each one of us to pass. That narrow is the way, straight is the gate and narrow is the way, which leadeth to light within you. How to pass through it? This is a practical question. That is to be reborn, to be twice born. Then they say, learn to die so that you may begin to live. As I submitted to you before, you would like to know God. Just a dying atheist said, yes, God is some power here now. At the time of death, when child read out, God is now here. Or even if we rise above body consciousness, we see that power is controlling us in the body. So, what is the solution of that? To be twice born, to be reborn, to just learn to die so that we may begin to live. This death, Prophet Muhammad also says, Mautu kevalantu mautu, die before you are ready to die. when you die. Dadu says the same thing. All of the masters say the same thing. And they ask how the outgoing faculties are inverted. Once somebody questioned Guru Amar Das, how these outgoings are inverted. Can you better sit and see? It is a demonstration to be given how to withdraw from outside. When it is withdrawn, how you find the body, you rise above body consciousness just as one man does at the time of death when he leaves the body. The soul reaches the back of the eyes when the eyes are upturned. And from there, leaps into the beyond. So this is while living, that silver cord on which our life is based is not broken. While alive, when that is broken, we are not to return. So that is why they question Prophet Muhammad, is it such a death which will lead us to the grave? Said no. It is a death which will lead you from darkness to light. So it is just a prison house. We are in the prison house of the body. All doors are locked. How to go up? So Maulana Arun says, well, make a hole in the roof and go out. There are ways of expressing the same thing. Those who are initiated into the mysteries of the beyond, they have the same experience as one has at the time of death of leaving the body. So for that, naturally, one has to pray, oh God, send us such like men who can take us out of the man box of the man body. Swamiji also says, no other man would be able to take you out of the box of the man body except a master. So death awaits each one else and there is no escape from here. Then how to conquer death is to learn to die so that we begin to live. Once you know how to rise above body consciousness, death becomes a joy. St. Paul said, I die daily. This is dying daily. Take cross daily. This is what is taking cross daily. So you'll find Kingdom of God cannot be had by observation, it is within you. God realization then comes not possible without a God-man. Why can't we do ourselves? As I submitted, we are identified with the man body, outgoing faculties and the world, that we cannot differentiate ourselves. And we have recourse to the methods and practices which relate to the outgoing faculties, body and intellect. Those who are already identified with these, how can they rise above body consciousness? By performing those very practices we relate to them. So it is a matter of someone who can drag you out of the box of the man body. So they pray for that. So God is within us. There are 10 doors in the body. 9 are apparent. 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 ears, mouth, 2 underneath. And there is a 10th door which opens into the beyond, which lies at the back of the eyes. So, the soul under orders, command of the mind, which is going out through the 9 doors. So 9 doors are the doors of senses. You see? Unless we withdraw from the 9 doors, come to the seat of the soul, which is the 10th door in the body, from where man can go into the beyond too. So we need somebody to help us. We cannot ourselves do, because I have just submitted. We are already identified with these things. So masters, what they do the very first day, give you a demonstration how to rise above body consciousness. The man sees himself, I am risen, he sees, inner eyes open, sees the light of God, bears testimony to it. So that is why Master said, don't believe in the word of Master unless you see for your own self what he says, maybe little or more. So many have gone that way, but they have not found the way which leads to life. They close their eyes, no way out, because they are still in the body. They may visualize anything, premeditate anything that won't take you anything into the beyond. So we need a teacher at every stage of life. As a child, we need parents, brothers and sisters. In the schools, we need teachers. In all outward subjects which relate to the outgoing faculties, mind or intellect, we need somebody's guidance who is that way. Now this is a subject where all world philosophies end, there the religion starts. Religion means re means back, DJ to bind. Nobody is needed there. If you can rise above yourself, well and good. What more is wanted? If not, why not pray, oh God? In the Sikhs, you see, there's a prayer, oh God, give us the contact of such a person who is in tune with you. At night, while going before sleep, he says, oh God, meet us the masters who may give us a contact with you. So masters are the link between man and God. So the 9 doors where we are, they lead to senses, and the 10th door into the beyond. For that reason, you see, those who have met the masters, they solved the mystery of life themselves. When they left the scene, the master left the world. To keep their teachings alive, the school of thought or the so-called social bodies came into being. So that, with a noble purpose it was, so that many people may derive benefit from the man body. So as long as there are practical people derive the benefit. For want of practical people, the same formation resulted in stagnation, and stagnation results in deterioration. And as the master again come up, well, you are going amiss. So man-made religions for the best use of them, to make the best use of them. These men were not made for religions, but religions were made for man to make the best use of them. So God is all joy, all happiness, all wisdom. Our soul is of the same essence as that of God. We are also, you see, have wisdom. The wisdom lies in what? In man body only we can know God. Have you done anything to do that? If we have not done things, you see, we must have taken from foresight, because after all we have to leave body someday. No exception to do. What have we done so far? Are we going on with the eyes closed? A pigeon sees, a cat comes. If he closes his eyes, will he not come in his attack? Cat will eat him up. So this is the most personal thing, most important, which concerns our very self and about which what we have done. So I have just given you some self-evident facts, and we have to see what is best to be done before us. Time and tide waits for no man. The early we do, the better. Death is no bugbear, it is a change from physical plane to the next higher plane. So if we are attached to God, naturally we will go to God, in the lap of God. If we are not attached to Him, we are attached to the world, our coming and going will go on. So we have got the man body, we have the golden opportunity. How to make the best use of it is to know God, and to know God we must know ourselves first. Masters come, they don't come to change outer forms. Because man is a social being, he must have some social body to live in. They allow it, all right. First step is taken. More of that, you see, more than 700 social bodies in the world. They don't touch this. But the purpose for which those social bodies came into being, and whatever models are made there to show the true temple of God, which is our body, put in two symbols of light and sound. That is for the beginners, but that we should just come round to the man body, which is the true temple of God, in which we live. So this is what is before us, whether we are joined one school of thought or the other, that makes no difference. So Master come, they address, oh man, or oh soul. They don't say, oh Hindu, Mohammedan, Christian, hear me, no. They are the labels we have carrying on our body to show in which school of thought we have joined to know God. So this is the subject today, I think. Where to go, we will have to give 3 talks continuation. Those who are interested in these subjects, which is the basic teachings of all masters, they should listen to it and see how far they have succeeded, how further they can do.